In this video, I will be discussing how we can finish off the outer portion of the shoe model as you see here, and then also get this teal area closed in. So the first step we're going to do is we are going to take our tread low poly. We're going to duplicate this, so Control V, and we'll copy, and we'll just call this shoe side. So what we want to do, and we'll actually hide that one, and now we just have the shoe side. We want to extend our polygons from this area here, and we want it to go up into this portion right here. So the way we'll do that is we will start off with selecting this whole entire ring right there, holding shift and pulling up, and this will give us our polygons we need to start. Okay, so now I'm going to select all these polygons we just made, and with Control I can do I can invert that selection and hit delete. So we still have our low poly tread that we made earlier, but now the duplicated tread, which we called shoe side, will remain just as you see here. And we can delete many of these polygons, such as this one we won't be needing, and then from here we won't need any of that. Let's see if now if we go to the other side, we won't be needing that polygon or this one here, so I'm gonna delete those. And now if I go to my object mode, I can select both of these with Control and delete those. So now we have left is just this strip and this strip, and then I'm going to make it a different color, so that way we can tell the difference. For now it's kind of hard to see the difference between the two. Okay, perfect. So next I'm going to start just extruding this this strip up and kind of matching the curvature of this Nike symbol through, and then put it right up into this portion right here. So first thing I want to do is I would like to move this in just a little bit. Actually, I can weld this vertex there. Let's see if there's any other. No, I don't need to weld any of that. But I'm going to match this vertex. I'm going to make it tight with that one, with these right here. So with my selection on, I'm going to lock that in to this this vertex. You see, so now it's right along that. And actually, I probably want to do it on the inside vertex. So if I were to lock it right there. Okay, and then this one I'll do the same thing. I'm going to bring it up level with that, and then just lock it right along there. So now it's nice and tight right there to those vertex, and then I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to start off by selecting this vertex, and then I'm going to just use my snap, so I'm going to snap it right along that seam right there, or that vertex right there. And this one I'll do the same thing. I'm going to snap it right along that one. So just like that. Okay. So now we have this this portion here, which is kind of watertight with the well, actually might want to adjust that a little bit. So later on we'll have to move in this sole a little more, because we do want it to be watertight with the inside of that trim right there. Okay. So now we have that. We turn off our snaps, and we want to start to move, just holding or select the whole edge and just start to move this up. You want to make quads, so what we're doing is we're just kind of making quads to fill this shape here. Okay. So next, we'll start to lock these this shape along this trim here. So I'm going to go to my vertex mode. You can just start to move it along. In fact, we can go to our left view and then just make it so that it just barely tucks inside, as you can see here. You just might need to move some stuff, some of these faces. Some of the faces you'll notice are going to be perhaps needs to be readjusted. So I'm seeing this and this just looks like I'm just now stretching way too far. So I'm going to go ahead and with my edge selection, I'm going to select these three here and just move them up. And in fact, I can go to my target weld and my vertex target weld. I'll just merge those right there. Okay. So like that. I can move these down as well as this one. We still do want to try to follow this shape a little bit, the curvature of the, so we still have quad or squared quads. As you see, we will need to work on moving this so it lines up with that a little better. Right now, we aren't going to be too concerned with that yet, but it is something we will have to address very soon. I'm actually going to move some of these in this way. Maybe I'll rotate them a little bit too. Okay. Okay, I want to extend these. I selected a handful. I'm going to just continue to tweak these here to fit this shape that we're going for. So maybe something kind of like that should be good. And go back to my left view. I'm going to extend this a little bit more. Let's see if we. Let's make something kind of like that, and at this point we can start to weld some of these vertices together that are not going to be seen, such as like that, something like that should be in order. Okay, so now if I were to go to the top of this, you'll see our blue. We can start to kind of tweak these a little bit so they let's see, so we don't want to move them all, we just want to move a few of them so they start to match this, and want to try to still keep it a smooth curve there. Just want to tuck that right into that red like so. Something like that should be fine. Okay. Just try to make this fit along the curvature there. Okay, and we will start to adjust this real soon. Right now we're just more or less kind of getting our base down. So just push those right into the red portion. So they just bury it in there, just like that. This one would just be something more along there, and we'll move this we'll extend these up. Okay. Now we'll go to the next level of vertexes and just kind of move them around as necessary. So what we want to make sure we do here is follow this Nike swoosh curve. You know, and just kind of just tuck these vertexes just inside the red, so that way it's right embedded right into there, like so. Ideally, we don't want to be seeing any blue poking through. Keep in mind, when we smooth this out, it will it'll tuck in a little better. Oops. Okay. So now, if I were to select this portion here, actually, to take this selection, I'm going to detach this. Just I'll have to. Right now, we'll just call it shoe side 2. So go back to our shoe side 1, and I can add a open subdiv modifier to that, and as you'll see, it's starting to look a little nicer there. Now if I were to convert this down, and I start to use my soft selection tool, so I can just go select a polygon soft selection. I'm just make this a 5, and I can just kind of tweak this a little bit here and there, so that way it's going to just fall inside that curve. Maybe I want to bring this portion out just a hair, and you can even bring this down even lower. So I'm going to put this at 2. And I just want it to nicely just kind of go just along the inside of this Nike logo, just like that. Okay, that seems to look nice there. Can move this in just a hair. Yeah, you might need to rotate it a little bit and then push it that way just a hair. So what we're looking for right here is just simply to just tweak it a little bit so that it falls just inside this seam, as you can see. Yeah, so just continue to work with that. Push out just a hair. Just kind of a little bit of give and take. And my laundry is done. Okay. Move that there. Okay. And now this one I can move along that inside portion. I might need to push that one out, in fact. So there's this lot of this give and take where you remove one portion and you'll have to move the next out, or just back and forth. Okay. In fact, I might need to move this one out just here. And you can always turn off your soft selection or turn it down even more if you need. So to affect less polygons. So using the same method I'm doing right here, you will then adjust do the same thing to the other side. So as you see here, we have our inside of our shoe. It follows along the Nike curve and the edge down here. It'll be a really easy shape to unwrap later on, and to texture, and maybe if you want to, you can add some creases or some organic. You can bake in some organic normals there. So I'm going to now. I'll let you do the other side. You don't need to watch me do this side, but it's the exact same process. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off this back portion here. So what I'm going to do is, if I go to the back, I can now in fact I can, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm just going to call this we'll just call back 2 just for the sake of having a easy name. I'm going to hide the other back. In fact, I really can, so I'll just leave it at that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and select this inner ring right there. We want that, as our reference shows, we want this to be closed in. Okay, so I'm going to start off by, I'm just going to cap that. So cap, and now we get this really wonky shape, which is just fine. We'll go to our vertex mode, and we're going to start to just connect some vertexes so that it looks a little bit cleaner. So just select 2 vertexes, connect them. Oops, make sure you select 2 that can be connected. Okay, just like that. And what I'll do here is I'm going to take my cut tool. Actually, I want to, yes. So I'm going to take my cut tool. I'm going to cut from this one here. I'm going to cut all the way across to there. Okay, so now I have this, the back made up. Disable my cut tool with a right click. And next I want to start to move up this portion here, and so I'm going to move that straight up. So what I'll do is I'm going to take my edge selection. I'm going to select these polygons along the back strip that I made previously. Holding shift, I'm going to pull that straight up. And now if I go to my left view, I can actually see how high I want to go. And then I can rotate this like so. Just like that. And in fact, I probably do want to connect all these just so that way it can have a, oops, let's see, it's not grab them all, because I have my normal back facing on. So I'm going to select all these, connect them. Let's go and do a segment of 2. And that way I have a little more of a square shaped poly. I'm going to move this out just a hair. Okay. So now I can I'm going to tweak these polygon, or these corners up just a little bit, move these up just a hair to kind of have some quality shapes there. Taking my edge selection, I'm going to select these 2, so this one and that one. And we're just holding shift, drag this out and follow the curvature of the top of the shoe. And I want this to go right behind there. So just like that. Okay. So now that I have that curvature completed, I now can I'm going to select all these. And I don't want to select this last one. I can bridge that later on. So again, I'm going to select all these edges to exception of the last one. Go back to my left view, and I'm just going to hold shift, and drag all the way down so it tucks right into that side there. Okay. And I actually might want to, I'm going to do that 2 times, so just like that. We do want this tucked into the side, and then okay. So now what we want to do, and we'll go and bridge these last 2 just real quick. Okay, so one segment. Yep, so now they're nice and welded. Same thing over here. Okay. So next, what we need to do is we need to actually weld, or to take each one of these points and then lock them right along these edges, and then we need to tuck that right into there. So I'll just do this one side first, and then we'll see if that takes too long. Then I'll let you guys do the other side for the sake of keeping this video short. So I enabled my snaps with the S shortcut key. And I'm going to snap that right into this vertex to match this vertex right there. And then take my next one, I'll match this one again, or the next one up. Okay. And we'll clean this up so it looks a little more rounded in just a moment. So snap that here on all axes. So now it's nice and locked in. Same thing right here. And there. Okay. Now we do have one more, and this one here we can actually we might want to weld this one. So I'm going to use a target weld. We'll weld this right there. Okay. And now what we want to do is turn off our snaps. So turn off the snaps. We're going to start to take this and push this out a little bit, and then we'll actually push it up. So with all these, we're going to drag these up just a hair so they have a better shape. Just kind of once again a little bit of a push. I guess maybe bring them up a little more. So what I'm going to do is just want to make this look a little bit rounder. Push those out and up. Oops. Okay, I see that I have some. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to target weld these. I did not realize I had some extra geometry there. That was my mistake. Oops, let's go ahead. Target weld this one right there. Okay. In fact, these might need a quick weld. Yes. Okay, there you go. So you see I'm going to tuck this one right inside here. Just like that. And I can take this vertex. I'm going to tuck this vertex right inside the red as well. This last vertex will be tucked inside the red. Okay, so just like that. Just tucking all these vertexes in to the, let's see, to hide the lace strip there. Okay. I really don't like how this looks. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll take that a little more. Bring this one in just here. Okay. So now we'll repeat this process on the other side. Let's see. I guess this video is getting a little bit long, so what we'll do is we'll split this up. And so in the next video, I will have this already complete, and by the time next video starts, and I'm using the exact same methods on both sides. And then in the next video I'll show you guys how to, we're gonna add some depth here to give it kind of the inside of the shoe. Then we're going to take the tongue, or we're going to actually give the tongue a little bit of depth as well, and then try to finish off modeling the inside of this shoe, and move forward from there.